So today we'll go with the female reproductive system. We were done with all other male reproductive system and all other parts, spermatogenesis process and so on. So female reproductive system. So let's see. First thing you'll see this part. This is even divided into 4 parts. First one part you see would be called as primary sex organ. Which are called as ovary. Then you will see these are also called as gametes formation. These are primary sex organ, those where gametes are formed. Well, second part you will see would be called as oviduct. This oviduct is again one region called as fallopian tube region. And the third one you will see would be called as uterus. Uterus is an bean inverted pear like shape. And the fourth one you will see would be called as external genitalia. And you will also see vagina, cervix, these all parts, we can write it here as well, or vaginum. So yes, these 4 main parts which are quite important. I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes our main part. So when we talk about the position of female reproductive position, it we know the middle part here is called as thoracic cavity. Then in the middle you will see one kind of muscles which is called as diaphragm. Then here this region is called as abdominal cavity. And when we talk about the reproductive parts, you'll find over here that region called as pelvic region, pelvic cavity. So you'll find reproductive organs here. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes our, and yes, you might be thinking, how is that possible? Of course we have eggs. When we make the structure, we'll have eggs as well. So what do you think? Egg is formed by which part? Either this part or this part? I'm sure you won't get it like that. So I'm going to make picture which will for sure help you in understanding very clearly. So first thing I would make, it would be something like this. Oh god, let me just make the, so here comes our picture, but we'll see more. So yes, here comes a picture. I'm sure it's not looking that good, but still let's see what we are supposed to do it here. So first thing you will see, we have so many regions. This region called as uterus, and even this also called as womb, where when baby is inside the body, that's present in this shape, and this is also called as inverted pear shape. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes our this part. So we have so many regions in this one. So let's see. First one, you'll see uterus. Here you'll see one kind of an opening like this. This called as hymen. Here you'll see but this one reaches cervix, if I'm not wrong. Then over here you also see one kind of part, this called as vagina. And what you'll see kind of layers. Three kind of layers are present here, but for now you'll see, let me change color. So this attaching part, this is egg. So the one this is attaching over here, or the one which is, these both have like different name. What you'll see, the one which is going to attach egg with the uterus, that's called as ligament, and the one which attach egg with the fallopian tube, this called as fallopian tube. And here that's attaching is called as fimbriae. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then we also have few other parts, like this uterus, this is called as egg or ovary as well. Then this region, you'll see this region is again divided into three more parts. What are those parts? The first one you'll see here, these are fallopian tube, this length around 10 to 12 centimeter long, and these are also called as fallopian tube and oviduct, which I mentioned with the second part. Like this was divided into four parts. The second part was this oviduct, which have fallopian tube, which is around 10 to 12 centimeter long, and you will see this part is again divided into three more parts. So I was just discussing this part. This is not called as fimbriae, whereas this is called as mesovarium, and I'm sure it's clear. Then we have, let's go with the purple color now. Then this oviduct is around this long, as I mentioned. Again, this part is going to be divided into three more parts. The middle one, like the last one, I'm just going to make it here. The last one, like this structure you see, is called as isthmus. The second one, which showing a little curve like structure, that's called as ampulla. And the last one you see here like structures, that's called as infundibulum. So I'm sure it's clear to you. These are the regions. I'm sure it's clear to you. Then we have ureterus, like lining. This have a three lining. So first one you will see what we called as perimetrium, which is also going to be the outer one layer. Then comes the second one, which is called as myometrium, which is going to be the second one, like the innermost. And the third one, not innermost but like outer, then this is going to the middle one. Sorry, here comes middle. And again you will see the third one, perimetrium, myometrium. Then we have endometrium. This is going to be the third one, like the innermost. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then here comes our another question, which I can ask you as well. When we see this uterus, right? So in this uterus, like if this is the egg here, right? So how it will move? We know our egg, like ovary is sessile, like it's non-motile basically. It cannot move, whereas sperm is motile, right? So how will this egg move? Is this motile? If you're thinking that, so the answer is of course no. Yes, like this means non-motile. You are right that the ovary is going to be non-motile. This means it cannot move. Egg and ovary, like egg or ovary. So what do you think? How will it move? Well, there's a reason. The fallopian tube, which we see, that's lined with ciliated. That's lined with another. That's called as ciliated epithelium. The fallopian tube, which is lined with the ciliated epithelium. So let's see in the picture. So you see the picture here. This is called as oviduct or fallopian tube as well. So what you'll see here, you'll see kind of duct, like not duct but the cilia like a structure. So of course cilia help in movement. So this egg will move through the cilia then will continue, and then it will reach to this month, this position. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then again, here comes another question. What do you think? Like, uh, the egg is produced every month, right? So what do you think? Is that every month this side or this side? How the two? So let me just clear that one thing, that egg is produced both sides, but like not both sides, alternate. Like one month if they are going from this part one month, so next month for sure it will go from this month. So this means they have an alternate position where they're supposed to follow that. And when we talk about the uterus lining, we have perimetrium, first one, myometrium, which is the second one, and even this have muscles. Myo means something like related to muscles. So they have muscles which help in contracting and relaxation. So when muscles contract, and these muscles are very much important, just because when the baby is going to be uh, coming out, like that's the delivery time, so they're supposed to contract so that they literally come out easily. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Here comes the end of the video. Thank you for watching. We'll come up with another video. Bye bye.